News. It is I, your host Jam, and this is the 10th broadcast of WDN, a show where I give you the freshest news from the world of your new favorite diesel punk mecha movement shooter, Diesel Knights. But before we begin this week's episode, there are a few organizational things I'd like to talk about. Next few weeks are going to be very busy for me. I thought I would manage them without issues, but the beginning of this year has proven me wrong already. A big part of this vessel's lifespan is coming to an end, and what comes with it are some big changes, and quote-unquote important things that need to be taken care of. There's so much stuff on my head lately that the actually important things like this channel are hard to juggle around. All that to say, next few months are going to be busy for me, and I might not have time to record an episode every week. If such thing happens, I'll let you know ahead of time with a post over here and Night Press Association Discord server. Those who are already there might have noticed that I am way less present there. Between IRL stuff, WDN, a secret big project I have been working on, and my paid work, I have been extremely occupied. So much so I haven't had time to do a channel update, hence me saying it right here. Well, to sum this all up, there might be some broadcasts missing going forward. I'll let you know once everything gets back to normal. Either how, we have whole 2 weeks of news to cover tonight, or today, or whenever you're watching it. With the production of the game in full swing, we have been spoiled by Xavier with frequent dialogue updates on the state of the game. Xavier has been basically reworking the entire game from the ground up. Since pre-alpha isn't actually multiplayer, he's been hard at work porting it into a server-based program. Assuming I still can read and am doing it correctly, in the last 2 weeks Xavier managed to rework the basic movement already, planting the seeds for server groundwork. He has also spent an entire day only hopping around Sound Table. For legal reasons, it is a joke. On Monday, the first server test has been a success. For those who don't sit in the game dev world, getting things working in true multiplayer is diabolically difficult. Basically, you have 2 versions of the game, on your PC and on the server, and because they are possibly millions of miles apart, you have to predict the future. Otherwise, the game will be awful to play because of the lag. So having the game work well for the actual server is a big milestone. I know it might not sound like much, but keep in mind, I'm compressing 2 weeks of work into a couple of sentences, and there's no reason for me to overcomplicate it. So it's much easier to just say, hey, this and this happened, than actually do it. I'm saying that because this is the end of the news section. On to Art Annex. Place to show off your art and give some constructive feedback so I don't just show pictures without commentary. This week's first piece is by Mega Elixir, with a few different versions of 99 Dweebed Battalion Rand. And with this one, I really have no notes. Elixir's metal rendering is, as always, excellent. Silhouette is distinct, and helmets are different yet similar enough to be grouped together. All around, really good character design. Up next, I'd like to show you this beautiful piece, also by Mega Elixir. It's very dynamic. I love how flowy the skirt is. The way it feels alive is just incredible. The armor on the legs is very nice. The military equipment makes for a nice juxtaposition to the entire maid outfit. And also guns. They look really nice. And the helmet. I love helmets. I really struggle to draw them. So I like, you can notice a pattern here. I often don't know how to do things I really like, so I'm really hyped about when someone can do them. And this piece is just full of that. We continue the flawless art streak with Liquid Monkey's Captain James redesign. I really like the new scarf. It makes him pop with a splash of bright colors. More detailed leg protection is also a nice touch. Designing segmented / plated armor is something I'm not the best at, but I really appreciate. As I said, I love things I cannot make. All in all, we have really nice character design this week. Last 2 weeks, actually. And last but not least, thank you to our in-house artists, Saga for making this week's thumbnail, and OmniaNull for providing original music for WDN. Thank you very much, guys. Now on to Propaganda Point, a spot to show off our community's pristine factions and sub-communities. This week we've got some new sponsors. 65th Flight Express Delivery. We transport cargo. What cargo, you might ask? Well, what do you need to be transported? Booze, ammunition, machine parts, complete machinery, battalions of soldiers or knights? Need a gun walker to be dropped in? Anything goes, really. Payments up front, discretion guaranteed. That's how we do it. The 6-5 will survive. The 23rd Maxwell and Coast Guard Unit is a specialized maritime security and rescue force tasked with safeguarding Maxwell's coastal waters, ports, and near-shore trade routes. If your heart's at sea, 23rd is your home. As always, the Knights Order a broken division. A long-running WDN sponsor, a faction based on unearthing mysteries of a long-forgotten division. If puzzles and secrets are your thing, be sure to pay a visit at Knights Order Division Discord server. If you're a faction leader and want your faction to be featured on WDN, be sure to join Knights Press Association Discord server, where you can submit your own propaganda. I mean, sponsorships. Thank you all for sticking around despite all the hardships. I hope that despite the rough start, this will be a good year. All that said, that has been all for this week. Thank you for watching. I have been Jam, this was WDN, and I'll see you next Thursday at 8 PM EST.